anything related to the murder?
I can't even think, because I don't think it's Conti. I don't think it's her.
I was already in my cabin and
I don't think it's Legrand.
Damnable old age.
But, you know.
You're telling me.
Oh, you're still young. At my age, you have to expect that you won't experience.
If it's Legrand, he has to be
anymore.
working with someone.
And although I've written about murder so many times, I've never actually witnessed one. How exciting.
Oh, how exciting. Yeah, someone's
I
dead, you
doubt
bitch.
Everyone is so
Grim motherfucker.
relaxed in such a situation.
Heartless is the word you're searching for.
Yeah,
right,
pretty much, you
Constable?
bitch.
I certainly didn't want the Baroness to be
I don't know, it sounds like you fucking
but
did.
I can't undo it. Then I might as well enjoy it.
Oh, fucking hell.
What do you
But, you know, I
think
might as well
of
enjoy someone
Inspector
else's death.
Lebrun?
You know, why not?
He seems to be as skilled as everyone says. Intelligent, focused. I had a chat with him yesterday, and he impressed me, but there's something haunted in his eyes.
I don't think he ever really stopped hunting the
I
raven.
think you're right, buddy.
Catching the raven made him famous. What if he actually shot the wrong person?
It would be quite
Unjustified
funny.
fame bothers people, the good ones at least.
And you think he's one of the good ones?
Anyone who tries so hard to tear down his own memorial must be honorable. Or
I was gonna
insane.
say, or fucking mental.
I have to be going.
Please keep me
I
informed.
will not.
Of
Okay, later, bitch. Ah, there we go. That was right. So, oh my, can you just stop just randomly stopping? Okay, so I'm gonna go see Legrand and tell him that I'm Ace, and that I couldn't just turn a vase upside down to get that fucking pillowcase out. But you know, an adventure's an adventure, so you know, can't complain. So we'll go down here, and I think we got all the evidence we need. That was the only real thing in the Baroness's, whatchamacallit.
a singed pillowcase is proof
Oh,
that
okay,
there
no.
must have been a second gunshot.
He walked just like my old physics teacher, like really leaning forward. Oh dear. Oh,
Inspector?
what the fuck was that? Yo.
Can't you knock?
I didn't realize. I'm really...
I apologize.
I'm not getting anywhere.
Well, I am, because I'm
going
not
to
shit
question
like
each
you.
passenger individually. Anyone without an airtight alibi will be checked for gunshot residue.
But,
How many
Inspector...
people are actually on
People
the
trip
boat?
up when you put pressure on
Because
the country
from our
reserve.
perspective, there's like
The
7,
Raven
which
is nervous.
he may as
He's
well.
changed his methodology and become a murderer. I'll see it in his eyes. After you.
Are we both going to
Inspector
question
Legrand.
them?
We have no proof that the Raven and the murderer are the same person.
That's true.
You may not
Oh.
know it, but I do. I will catch him with or without your help.
Marches away. Did he think
I
he
don't
spit on him
believe it.
then?
What's gotten into him? Oh, well, it makes no sense to tell him about my theories if his opinion is already set.
True that.
I need evidence. Or better yet, the murderer. I also need his lab if I'm going to get anywhere. I need to get in there somehow. And I really need to talk to the stowaway. He may have information, and the inspector will just ignore him, since he's too young to be the Raven.
I'm really glad he just kind of told us everything we need to do for the next 20 minutes. That was quite helpful.
Legrand locked the...
He locked the door. Crunk. Yes, he did lock the door.
The lock isn't especially secure.
Aha. Who did we get the, we got Bobby pin off of Matt's mum, didn't we? Oh, square up to the staircase first. There you go. Now that's good stair climbing posture, that is. That's how I climb the stairs at college. I make sure to square up perfectly and just get in everyone's fucking way as people are trying to get past me. I'm like, nope, I have perfect posture. Marching up. I also sound fabulous when I say it. Just screaming at people walking past. I have perfect posture, leave me alone. That was a weird tangent. Right. So he wanted us to... What do you want us to do again? By God, I did it right. Who's the murderer? Still no suspects. I'm looking for clues that could lead us to the killer. Okay. So he wanted us to speak to... Wait, what? He needed to use the Legrand's little lab thing. So he'd find some sort of wire. And we also need to speak to the stowaway. So I can't think... There's got to be some way to either lead what's his face away. Sorry, I had to wipe my nose there. Oh, a kid's playing here now. Fuck it, speak to the kid. Yeah, this is a game that's not how you play, son. Who's that?
I wonder if this game is an advanced version of bocce. Maybe the inventor realized that it's difficult to play ball games on a boat and came up with an
It's
alternative.
very smart. Look at Matt, you paedophile.
Matt is keeping himself busy with that strange game. He seems to be okay again, but I think he'd be running around all over the place if he'd really come to terms with what happened on the train.
Talk to him.
Hello there, partner.
Partner. Okay. Don't ignore me, little shit.
Hi.
There you go.
Are you all right?
Uh-huh.
Fit like the
Have you
new.
recovered from our adventure?
Mm-hmm. Mr. Zellner,
Hmm?
what's going on?
What do you mean?
Everybody's acting so strange, and there's tape across that door. I saw that in a movie once.
You don't have to be
Saw the
worried.
movie once.
Is it about the man from the train?
It might be about the thief, yes.
Haven't you caught him yet?
Obviously
I'm
not.
working on it.
Okay.
Where's your
I
mom?
heard you and your mom used to argue a lot.
We did. Everything was bad. The house, school, the other
But
kids.
why is he not in
We
school?
didn't have much money, and I was always alone.
Oh, buddy.
You do know that your mother would love to have been with you, don't you? She had to go out to work to earn money.
She wouldn't have had to, if Dad were still around.
And how do you get along with her now?
I'm always happy when we do something together on vacation. She has more time for me now, and I like my boarding school. I have lots of friends, and the teachers aren't so bad.
Your mother
Why do we need
and
to know his
Professor
fucking
Lucien
backstory?
seem to be on very good terms.
Hey
with each
Zellner,
other.
there's a killer on the loose on a boat
Don't you
in the
like
middle of
him?
the ocean, and you're like, hey kid, I'm gonna be Dr.
Don't
Phil
know.
for a while.
He seems to be very nice.
Or
I
Jeremy
guess.
Kyle for our Brits here.
Lady Westmacott is all by herself in the saloon. Maybe you'd like to visit her later.
Sure, the lady tells exciting stories.
She
I
does
know.
sell a lot of fucking
She's my
books.
favorite writer.
She told me that it's not much fun to write detective novels. She'd rather write something else, but her fans always want the same thing.
They made her rich and famous.
I told her to write what she wants to write. If it's good, someone will buy it. And if not, at least she had fun writing.
Well, that was
Then she
deep.
smiled and nodded.
That was deep,
She said
Matty
it was
boy.
a good idea.
Can we play?
What are you playing there?
I'm playing shuffleboard. At least I'm trying to.
Never played it before.
It's easy. Professor Lucien explained it to me.
And who won?
We didn't play.
You didn't want to play with him, did you?
Lucian's weird.
Do you want to play a game with me?
Sure.
Oh shit. Fuck it. Let's just play.
Then let's get started.
I think I know what to do.
What are we playing for?
I thought we just...
That's boring. We have to bet something.
You English people.
Wow,
So
Zellner,
I'll bet
fucking
my brand
racist
new
much.
slingshot. And you?
I don't want to...
How about...
Okay.
Sure.
Hey! Never try to cheat Matt Miller. So, what do you
Yes, whatever. I wonder if this slingshot's quite important. So I think I just need to try and get... Oh shit. One, fuck's sake. Oh fuck you! Fuck. Like, that kid is unreal. Oh, fuck off, man. Can I knock these out, do you think? Haha! Oh, thanks. Much appreciated. Boom! So it's kind of like bowls, like kind of, what you call it? Grass bowls or something like that? Something like that. Where you kind of get close to the white jack ball. And then you win in life. Was it one or not? The extreme excitement of shuffleboard. Yes! Suck on that, Matty boy! You got fucked in the ass, son! Probably shouldn't say that to a 6-year-old, but still. He needs to learn how to accept defeat like a man.
That's it.
Boom!
Man.
The athlete wins the
The
day.
athlete, calm down, Zelda. Fucking A.
No, that's enough for me.
Now hand over the fucking slingshot, you dick.
Here,
Are you sure?
gambling debts are debts of honor.
What the fuck? Can I use it?
I'll give it back to you when I don't need it anymore, okay?
Okay, but make sure my mom doesn't catch you with it. She thinks it's dangerous.
Oh, what? No achievement? Weak.
A good slingshot. Drawing on the...
I really hope that who's this? Is this Professor Lucian and folk? Yeah, it is. I really hope I can use that.
Miss Miller and the professor are talking intensely. She seems pretty relaxed, by her standards.
Hello. Check Lucian pulling the moves.
Good morning, Miss Miller. Professor Lucien?
Constable Zelda,
Oh,
how are you?
I like to speak with my mouth very far open.
Not quite. I was poisoned.
God, her eyes are twitching the fuck around.
That wretch.
Who do you mean by that wretch?
That stowaway. That new raven.
The young man can't be the murderer. Constable Oliver
kind of
had
weird,
already
'cause this-
apprehended him when the
The
shot
Zelda
was
face
fired.
looks not too bad.
You mean...
But
Whoever
these
killed
faces
the
look really weird.
Baroness
It's like they haven't
is
decided a
still on the
style.
loose.
I think I should take my leave. I'd like to rest for a while.
One last question, Professor. The safe in Legrand's cabin can only be opened with 3 keys. Am I right?
That's correct. We sent the first to Monsieur Mokhtar of the Egyptian Museum via air freight. I have one, and the inspector has the other.
But it was originally planned that someone else should carry the 3rd key, right?
You are well informed, Constable.
Pretty much.
Baroness von Trebitz should have had it. But then there were concerns. And for that reason, Inspector Legrand took it himself.
Was that his idea?
Well, yes, you could say that. I want to go back to my cabin. I'll see you later, Mary.
Oh, of course. See you later.
Bye. Right, now I've got Miss Miller all to myself.
I didn't want to interrupt your conversation with Professor Lucien so abruptly.
I don't know what's wrong with him.
He's
Learning
a
that there's
weird,
still a
creepy
burglar
little
on board
man.
seemed to frighten him.
He was so relaxed the whole time, and then...
And then the stupid Swiss constable came by and made him anxious.
Oh, I didn't mean that.
No matter.
Wow,
I'm sure
Zelda's
he'll calm
really,
down
like,
and come
depressing
back
all of a
soon
sudden.
enough. May I ask you a few questions?
Can I have another bobby pin? Because I need to open something.
How is Matt? He seems happy enough.
After all the commotion, he's already back to his old self again. But I haven't told him about the murder. That would be a bit too much for him.
I think he's made of sterner stuff.
I want to thank you again for what you did on the train.
Her face is terrifying.
I wouldn't have known.
Everything's fine. Think nothing of
Her
it.
eyes are, like, dead. They just stare into the
How was
distance.
last night for you?
Even when
It
she
was
blinks,
awful.
it's
I was
creepy.
having a conversation
Her head
with
doesn't
Edgar,
move, and her
Professor
jaw just goes
Lucy.
ow, ow,
Here
ow,
on the
ow, ow,
forecastle.
ow, ow.
Then I wanted to look for the lady and went forward via the side deck. When I passed the Baroness's cabin, I heard a muffled scream.
Hooray.
You heard a scream.
Yes.
Don't know why I said hooray.
I
for
thought the
sure.
Baroness probably had a fall. I went to the door and listened for a moment. Since I couldn't hear anything, I knocked on the door and asked whether she was all right. There was no answer.
Interesting. And then?
I didn't know what to do, so I tried to open the door. It was locked. I saw the Baroness's butler, Mr. Inch, on the forecastle. I thought he might have the key and went back. On the way, the bobby crossed my path, and then Edgar, who wanted to check the safe. I explained the situation to him, and then the alarm went
Wait,
off.
who's Edgar? It's a Professor Lucian.
How did the scream sound?
Scream. Nice
It was a
English.
short outcry, very frightened, as if someone had been startled.
Was it a woman's voice?
Yes, the voice was high.
So it could have been a scream from the Baroness. Possibly because she discovered someone in her cabin.
Possibly.
That person
She
might
did
have
not say
threatened her
possibly
with a
with that
weapon,
lip
so that
movement.
she wouldn't scream for help.
Oh, God.
He waited until the coast was clear.
Oh, please, stop it, Mr. Zellner.
Lol.
The Baroness's butler said that he was on the forecastle as well.
Yes, he was standing on the other side of the deck smoking a cigarette.
Was he on the forecastle the whole time?
I'm not sure. He was there.
That
and
mouth. Jesus
later he was on the
Christ,
side
that's
deck with us.
demented.
Yes, he looked after you while you were unconscious. He unbuttoned your collar
Oh, aye.
and held your head while the doctor checked you.
But you can't say for certain whether he came from the forecastle with you and Professor Lucien, or afterwards.
Well, no. But where else could he have come from?
Did you report that to Inspector Legrand?
Yes, last night. He was very interested and took a lot of notes. But I wanted to look for Lady Westmacott, and he let me go without further delay. He said that he'd take down my full statement today.
I understand.
Do you think the man from the train also killed the Baroness, Constable Zellner?
I don't know yet.
It's horrible. Explosions, thieves, murderers. This isn't the right place for a lady and a little boy.
Hey, this is exciting, okay?
You and Professor Lucien seem to be having a lively conversation.
He was putting the moves on her, Zellner. Come on.
Oh, yes. He's an expert in ancient Egyptian art and preeminent in hieroglyphic
that what the
research.
kids are calling
He's the
these
head
days?
of the Egyptian department in the British Museum, you know. And he's going to open an exhibition at the Egyptian
Oh,
Museum in
she's
Cairo.
digging the nerd.
Right.
She's like, oh my god.
They had planned on exhibiting both jewels together for the first time in decades, but that's not going to happen now, sadly.
Nope.
I think it's quite upsetting for him.
We're working hard to ensure that at least one eye will be on display.
I know. I'll ask Lady Westmacott if she'd like to participate in the opening of the exhibition. I think it would be good for her.
And Professor Lucien will surely offer you a private tour.
Wink. Private tours. See, Zellner
You're
knows what's going
American,
on.
aren't you?
That's correct.
And you moved to England because of the job?
I lived in England before. During the Second World War, I volunteered. I worked in a pharmacy on a U.S. base north of London.
In a pharmacy. Interesting.
Well,
Oh,
it
very-
was the
she's a
war
killer.
and everyone was sent
Calling
where
it.
they could help best.
Please go on, Mrs. Miller.
After the war, I studied music in London. I met
Pointless.
my husband there. We married and went back to the States together.
He was also American?
No, English. But he said he had problems with his family, and he wanted to be as far from them as possible.
And you gave up your studies for him.
Well,
Oh.
yes.
Another extreme facial expression. Oh, and again. And, like, the face is just gonna go like, oh, normal, sad, normal, depressed, angry, sad, normal. It's like, what the
Life
fuck?
as a single mother couldn't have been easy.
It was pretty tough then. I worked from morning till night, and it was still only enough for the bare necessities. And I couldn't give Matt all the attention he needed.
And then Lady Westmacott entered your life.
It was like an angel appeared to me. She must have offered me the position out of pity. I had no experience as a carer. She made me a generous offer. I couldn't believe it. And she really adores Matt. She's offered him a good education, and now he has every opportunity in life.
Hooray.
An almost unbelievable
Yeah,
story.
you're right,
I'm
Zellner.
still afraid that it's a dream and that I'll wake up one day.
How does it feel to work for such a world-famous person?
I really can't
The
decide
work
how
is
to do
very
this game, whether to
interesting
kind of
and
just go through all
varied, and it
the
pays well, too.
dialogue, because a
You
lot
are
of it
very lucky
seems
that
like
the
kind of
lady offered the position
just
to you.
backstory, just
I just
general
hope she
stuff.
won't change her
And
mind
no
one
offense, but
day.
their backstories aren't
What would
a
become
whole lot
of Matt's
interesting.
education then?
But it could be important.
I really
Like
make
for
an
example,
effort to
finding
measure
out that
up to Lady
she was a
Westmacott's
pharmacist in the First World
expectations,
War,
but sometimes
the
I
Second
feel
World
like
War,
I fall
rather.
short.
Lady
Kind of
Westmacott couldn't
makes you go,
ask
well, you know,
for a
she might have
better
knowledge of
companion.
tranquilizers and other
I'm
drugs.
saving up as much money as I can all the same. I'd do anything so that Matt doesn't have to give up his new life.
Anything.
Lady Westmacott dropped a hint on the train that she killed her hero, Partout. What did she mean by
She
that?
killed him up.
Oh, she must have meant the manuscript.
Manuscript?
She always takes it with her. It's an unpublished Partout novel. I once asked her why she never published it. She said that according to her will, the novel's only to be published after her death.
And
I need
in
to
it,
get that
Partout
now.
will be killed?
Maybe. I've never read it. No one has. You'd better ask her yourself.
Ace.
If you worked in a pharmacy, you would
There we
certainly
go.
know something about medicines and poisons.
Everything is a potential poison, Constable. It depends on the dose.
Have you ever heard of chloral hydrate?
It's a tranquilizer, isn't it?
I'm asking you.
Lady Westmacott also asked questions like that for her last novel. But since I've never wanted to kill anyone, I never bothered with things like strychnine and arsenic and all that. I could recommend something for a headache, a sore throat, or a rash.
That's kind of you, but there's really no need. I'll be seeing you, Miss Miller.
That was good.